Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? This is Dalvinder Pal Singh, your English teacher. I welcome you all to e-portal of CIS Kasura. I welcome you to this live class. First of all, I would like to tell you one thing, that is that the students who are regularly attending my live class in last week, these chapters included one of the poem, that is the snake twine. Then there was another one that was uh, the last lesson, if I were you. So children asked me so many questions based on that. So those who are regular in attending these live classes, hats off to you. And those who are not attending my lessons on regular basis and just sending me some WhatsApp messages without knowing whether teacher is there, whether teacher is able to judge this thing that you are not in class. See, for that reason, I uh, ask so many questions to the students, and I get to know that how many students are really watching me online and how many students are just playing tricks with we teachers. Actually, you people, those who are not attending those classes, I would request them once again, because we are working really very hard just to reach out to you people. You can see me right now, I'm sweating at this time also, because I cannot switch on the fan right here in this temperature of 32 degrees, 33 degrees, and sometimes 35 degrees also, just because that would create some noise, and I don't want any distraction or distortion in my voice. So that is the main reason why I do not even switch on the fan, right? So we sweat sometimes, and it's really very bad. Rather in this condition, also we work so hard for you. And if you people come online, appreciate us for all our efforts, it would be really good thing for us, all of us, right? So this is not something like we are doing on our we don't have any other option, or there may be many other options also to send you some other work also. It may be very easy for us also, just to send some WhatsApp text messages, to send you some worksheets. That would be very easy for us. Teaching online needs a lot of hard work. Behind every lesson, there is hard work of more than 1 to 2 hours. If we take 30 minutes of lesson, we need to work for 2 hours for that. And if it is of 40 minutes, it goes up to 2.5 hours also. And you can imagine that how difficult it would be sometimes to arrange all those things, and many a time, due to fluctuation in internet connection, it gets disconnected. And then again we have to reshoot all those things. We again have to come online with another link. So number of efforts, I cannot even tell you how many efforts we people are doing right here just to reach out to you people. And if you people don't come online, that really hurts us. So I would request you once again to come online and motivate your friends to join online classes. See, this is going to boost our, you can say, energy. This will definitely give us more confidence that okay, my students are waiting for me. I should go there. I should be on time. I should be more innovative. I should use some other methods to teach my students. I should take their queries and all that. So many things we are looking for, right? So it only happens once we are confident enough that my all the students are waiting for me. And if only handful of students are waiting for us, it is okay that we know that those students, even if we give them small tips, they would be able to learn everything. They will ask us, they are going to ask us their doubts, and we will definitely clear their doubts. but it is about the majority of students who are reluctant to join these live classes. They make some silly excuses like somebody came to my house and I was busy in entertaining them. So I don't find this as logical. If somebody has come to your house, for some times at least, you can go and sit with them, and then you can say, okay, my lesson is going on, I should join my lesson and I will come after 10-15 minutes. That's it. It's very simple in that. So now if it is so, if we really want to study, these things would work. And if we really don't want to study, then we have plenty of excuses for everything, right? So let us come to today's lesson. This lesson is about one of the grammar topic. But before I start this lesson, I must recapitulate what we have done in the previous lesson. As you know, in my previous lesson, we had conducted a doubt clearing session. I switched on the live chat. You people send me so many questions. Thank you, everybody. So you are such a lovely students. Those who study at home, then if you feel any problem, you come to us. That's very good indeed. You are so much connected to us, and it really worth it. It is really worth it, right? Now coming up to what was there in the doubt clearing session. First, we discussed about snake drawing. Some of the questions were there. Then you people asked me about if I were you. So number of questions were asked by students, and I hope that everybody was satisfied after leaving the lesson. And that is the thing which like keeps us going, right? I always keeps on moving forward because you people always encourages us, and those who encourages us regularly, thanks to you once again. Now what is my today's lesson? This lesson, though it is part of revision, we have already done this once in the last month, I guess, and the lesson is direct and reported speech. What does this mean? So this is part of grammar and a very important topic, and is a part of your syllabus as well. So you cannot skip this part. First of all, my lesson always starts with, whenever we learn grammar or writing part, or I always prefer you people to think of this question. Why? Why this lesson? What is the requirement of this lesson? What is the necessity of this particular topic, right? So this you should be clear of. Now this is not only for English, this is mandatory for every subject. Now you talk about social science, you talk about science, you talk about mathematics. So ask your teacher, if your teacher is teaching you the new concept, so ask your teacher, what are we going to learn with that? How are we going to implement this in our real life? So this is the real learning. The real learning is not cramming all those things and able to answer certain. Real learning comes up when you actually understand where to apply that particular topic or that particular, you can say, subject in your real life. So that comes up with the real learning. So I believe that is the real learning, and you all should go with that. Find out, why do we use direct and reported speech? Now this is a question. I'll just give you 1 minute to think of it. Once you are done with, then I'll tell you what is the main purpose according to me. There may be number of reasons, but what is main reason according to me, we will focus on that. And then you can align your thinking with my thinking, and we can move forward. I give you 1 minute, just look at the board, and then we will continue. Just 1 minute. So I hope you would have done this thing. You would have some ideas in your mind. Why do we need direct and reported speech? What is the purpose? So what do you think? Now I'll just answer it to you. There may be a number of reasons behind it, but I'll take one reason. Why do we use language? Number one. Why do we use it? We use language for communicating with each other, isn't it? So when we are communicating with each other, it is not necessary that every time I would be talking about only my thinking. Many a times I have to talk about many other things also in the world. You may just rewind your all the lessons and just think of it. How many times your teachers uses this word? XYZ said this thing, and somebody else said this thing. My father used to tell me this thing, and this and that, blah blah blah. So many things, right? So why are we when we are taking words of some other people, quotes of some other people? We have two ways to report that thing. While writing, we are talking about writing now. While writing, we have two methods. Number one is direct speech, and number second is reported speech. What is direct speech? Direct speech is taking the words same as the speaker has said. Right? That is called direct speech. And reported speech means when I convey that message, but not with his or her actual words, then it becomes the reported speech. I am reporting that particular thing. Right? In first one, I am taking the same words said by the person, and in the second one, I am not taking the same words the person has said. I am talking about some of the things depending upon their, you can say, time, and depending upon the type of sentence that person has used. Right? So I will use all these things here. Right? Now coming up to my first thing, that is, I have put some example over here. Can you check this one? So which one, according to you, Rohan said, comma, inverted comma star, I like to play cricket. This is first example. And second one is Rohan said that he liked to play cricket. Now, what is the difference between these two sentences? Because if I talk about these two sentences, they mean the same, that they liked to play cricket. All right. So I have to check with these two sentences, which one is the direct speech and which one is the reported one. Now, which one is the direct one? If I take example, if I take the first example, Rohan said, and then the next one, this is called reported verb. This is called reported speech. What is reported speech? I like to play cricket. Now you can argue that, sir, this person is speaking this line in present tense, and here I have written it in the past tense. Right? So this can be a matter. That question can arise in your mind. But for your information, look at here. This is reported verb. I said this is reported verb. So reported verb is used in, we are using past tense in this. If you say, if you see, this is past tense. isn't it? So that's why this reported verb, when it goes in past tense, we have to change this reported speech into past tense. Number one. Now coming up to, can you see this thing? Double quotes. When we use double quotes, when do you think we use double quotes? When we have to quote somebody's wording. So the same thing comes up here. Here I am using Rohan's wording. Rohan said, this I am speaking.
Now let's talk about what is reported speech. Reporting the words spoken by a person can be done in two ways. One is direct speech, or in the reported speech. In direct speech, we report the exact words of the speaker. Like I have just given you an example. Amit said, I like to play cricket. So here I am taking the direct words, the same words which are spoken by Amit. So now I am going to give you another one, that is in reported or indirect speech, the words or speaker are reported indirectly or by some other person. Now check with the second example. Amit said that he liked to play cricket. In both direct and indirect speech, the speaker's words are introduced by a reporting verb. Which is reporting verb? Amit said. So this is called reporting verb. Or this is also called introducing verb, like said. Now let us find out some more details about reported speech. Now let's find out how direct speech and reported speech are different as per their formation of sentence. The reported verb said is followed by a comma, and then the actual words of the speaker are enclosed in inverted commas. The first word in the inverted comma begins with a capital letter. A comma is placed before closing the inverted commas if the speaker's word do not end with a question mark or exclamation mark. When speaker's words end with a question mark or an exclamation point, the words in the inverted commas also end with the question mark or an exclamation point. On other hand, reported speech, in this, reporting verb said is followed by a connector such as that. The actual word of the speaker are not used, therefore there are no inverted commas. The tense of the verb in the speaker's word is changed as per the tense of the reporting verb. What is reporting verb? Like in our previous example, we have taken Amit said. So Amit said is the reporting verb. So what is verb there? Said. So said is already into past tense. So we have to change the reported speech into we have to change those words of speaker into past tense. There are changes made in the use of pronoun. The first person pronoun is changed into third person pronouns, while in the second person pronouns are changed into the first person pronoun. So these things, I will become he. I is first person, he is third person. But if it is you, then it will change into I. The second person is going to become the first person. No changes are made to the tense of the speaker's word if the introducing verb is in present tense. Like Amit says, if it is in present tense, says is present tense. So there would be no change in the tense of speaker's word. Now let us take a look on general rules of changing direct speech into reported speech. What all changes are made? First of all, let us take a look on changes in the tense. If we are using present simple tense, we have to change it into past simple tense. If we are using present continuous, then it is going to change into past continuous. See, you can see these examples also. Simple present tense: play, plays; do, does not, or do not. So these would change into played, did not play. Present continuous: is, am, are plus playing. Present continuous, past continuous: was, were, playing. So in this way the tense is going to change into past tense. Very simple one. Present tense would change into past tense, and after that, for example, uh, the speech is in past tense, like past simple tense. Then what to do? Then we have to change that into past perfect tense. If it is past continuous tense, then it is going to change into past perfect continuous tense. And if it is simple future tense, then it is going to change into past simple tense. All right. Now just take a look on these two tables. These two tables will tell you how changes are made to the pronouns. First one, how pronouns are changed, like I is changed into he and she, me is changed into him and her, so on. Just take a look on this. And in the second table, you can see how the time is changing, right? Now is changed into then, today is changed into that day, tomorrow is changed into the next day or the following day, tonight is changing into that night. So in this way these changes can be made. There are certain changes in other things also, like come is going to become go, this is going to become that, here is going to become there. So in this way these things are also changed. Now talking about when we are using say and tell. You can say something to no one in particular, but you tell something only to someone. What do I mean to say is, say is an open statement, whereas tell is always associated with some particular person. It is always conveyed to a particular person. Now just have a look on these sentences. First one, he said, comma, inverted comma starts, it is a hot day. Now it is a very simple sentence, and how are we going to change it? He said that it was, is changed into was, a hot day. And now take a look on the second one. He said to me. Now here he is specifically talking to me. So what he said? He said to me, I will write again. And how this is going to change into reported speech? He told me. Now said to is changed into told, right? He told me that he would write again. I hope these two examples are clear to you. Let's take a look on some of the rules how to change questions into reported speech. First of all, said is changed into asked or inquired. All right. And the second most important thing is the question statement, the question sentence used by the speaker is changed into statement. Right? Just have a look on this. He said, "Where is your book?" Then how is it going to change? He asked me where my book was. So it is a statement here. Right? Now coming up to exclamation, means exclamatory sentences. Exclamation is changed into statement. Right? The spirit of exclamation is expressed in the reporting verb, means he said. So this is reporting verb. So we generally add some words into this, like exclaimed, wished, declared, something like that. Right? So these things can be there. Now coming up to imperative sentences. So the reported verb is changed into infinitive, means to, like if it is right, it will become to write, and is placed after the reporting verb. Look at this. He said to the boy, "Close the door." Then he asked the boy to close. Instead of it was close, now we are writing to close the door. I hope this one is clear. Now let's move to the next segment, that is work to do. So I am giving you some of the questions in this slide. Just pause this video for some time and note down these questions and try to solve it yourself. I'm giving you another set of questions also. This is the first set of questions. So just take a look on this. Here is another set of questions. So now you have some time to solve all these questions on your own. With this, we come to an end of today's lesson. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.